Hey guys, can you hear me? Trying to figure this out. It's kind of different on this computer. I guess we are live. But it kind of sounds like later. All right, so it's a little different, I guess. Can everyone hear me? This is like the computer I use for making all the videos. It's a Mac, so it's a bit different than the PC. I guess the connection is a lot better on this one as well. So hopefully we could actually do this properly. There's no lag, and I hope it won't annoy you guys, but yeah. So now we can get to it. I guess I could do a live stream every week. I think that'd be fun. All I would have to do is just buy like a good camera or like a webcam or something like that. And then I guess I could do a face reveal. I don't know if that's what you guys really want. So where do we go from here? Let's read some questions. I did enable slow mode. Slow mode is on. It's just, I guess, without lag, this is like everyone's just going crazy. So, um, wow. How do I slow this? Okay, I'm gonna slow this down even more because it's a crazy. So, uh, where do I go again? Forgive me, my friends. I'm a little slow. I guess I'll get faster as time goes on with this stuff. Oh, that was a super chat, but I'm trying to scroll up and I can't see it. Oh no. Okay. Oh, passed it. I passed it. I'm gonna find you, man. My last super chat, I lagged out. Oh, well, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. You don't have to send a super chat. It's just, I guess, easier for me to see it and answer your question. But yeah, if you want, I guess I could read from Instagram or Twitter or something like that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Instagram is star.wars.theory. So, but that said, too fast. Okay, it's too fast. Someone's saying it's too fast. So I'm going to. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna try to slow it down. I'm gonna try to slow it down right now. Even further, my friends. The dark side of the force is with you. Yes. Okay, so live control room. Let's try to slow this down, put slow mode on even better. Info and settings. See, now I know how to do this, so that's good. We are learning, my friends. Okay. Limit chat posts. It was on 30 seconds, so I'll do every 60 seconds per person. Maybe they'll slow it down, make it a little easier for you guys to see. Mexican Hero, thanks for your super chat, man. Appreciate it. Is that better? It's a little better, I think. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Favorite prequel character? Anakin, for sure. I love you. I love you too. Wow, you guys are blowing up the chat. This is like double the slow mode as it was before. It's crazy. Let's see. So I see a lot of people want face reveal. I'll get a camera for you if you guys want, and I can do a face reveal. That's for sure. If that's real, I never thought it was important, but you guys want what you want, so no problem. Would you play Battlefront 2? Yeah, I was just playing it before, but I guess that was what was causing lag because it was on the other computer. So I'll get that fixed. Don't worry about that. I woke up this morning and there were some issues with the internet on that computer. I don't know why, but this one is always trusty and true. And this one's got the squeaky chair that you guys all like. So, who's your favorite bounty hunter? I guess I'd be boring and say Boba Fett, but yeah, Boba Fett. Go live on Instagram and do a face reveal. Yeah, I could do that. You know, I never thought of that, but I will leave that for another time because right now there's let's do another like half an hour, I'd say, of live chat, and then we can Then I want to call it a day so I can focus and finish that animation for tomorrow, which is the 15-minute fan fiction, which will be the longest fan fiction I've ever done. And it is only part one. So yeah. Do you think we will ever see a Jedi or Sith sword? I think so in episode 9, since the theme is going back to ancient times. So yeah, hopefully. Do you think a Sith need to steal another crystal because they can't corrupt their own? Ye- mm, well, no, they need to steal a crystal, but then they would just corrupt it. That's, I guess, how it works now that Disney took over. Do you guys want me to slow the chat down even more? I can do that. Let's see. Let's do 80 seconds per person. See how that goes. Is that better? Nope, that it just went even faster. Okay. Well, I guess this is what it's like without lag. So that's good. At least no lag. Hey, what's your favorite Star Wars memory? Oh, my favorite memory was when my dad took me to buy the VHS box set of Star Wars. I was probably about 6, I think. And it was like that really old gold box set. It was like engraved with Vader's face on it, and like the old picture of Luke standing with the lightsaber, like pointing to the sky, and Leia at his feet, and it was cool. I remember it. Do you think? Oh, these are going really fast. Okay, I'll read the super chat because it's bright and easy, and because he paid for me to read it. So, congrats on 1 million. William Grizka asks, "Congrats on 1 million." But I gotta ask, do you ship Raylo? Also, wouldn't it be sick for Palpatine to resurrect like an EU and whoop Kylo and Ray's, with some good old fashioned unlimited power? Absolutely, that would be the coolest thing ever. Just imagine him return and like just destroy everything. That'd be sick. Um, do you ship Raylo? Like, are you asking if I believe in Raylo? Yeah, I think the whole Raylo thing is a possibility. However, do I want to see it? I don't know. I'm kind of like loved out from the Attack of the Clones thing. Yeah, the whole love interest with Padme and Anakin. It was good, but it was just a bit too much, you know. So yeah, it's possible though. I feel like there's a lot of tension there between Kylo and Rey. Your videos make my day. I've been watching them. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope I can continue to entertain you for as long as I can, which is forever, hopefully, because I am immortal. Does YouTube pay you being that you have 1 million subscribers? You deserve them, by the way, favorite Star Wars channel. Thanks, man. YouTube pays anyone. You could have a channel. I know there are a lot of smaller channels that get paid. It just depends on your views. Um, at the end of the day, it's a very hush hush thing, but I think it shouldn't be. Like that's this is my full time job, and I'm lucky enough to say that it is. Um, yeah, you basically you get paid for your views. That's what it is all about. That's how YouTube works. If you have a popular channel, then they put ads on it. So it can go both ways, right? Like you can get a channel that just does clickbait stuff that they're lying through their teeth and they're making stuff up and they get the views. But at the end of the day, how good is that? That's like you can only do that a few times. So I feel like if you are true to yourself and true to the channel and just make good content daily, then people will obviously come back to watch your videos. So if you're trying to start out and by being a Star Wars channel or any channel, just just be true to yourself. Detach yourself from being paid or anything like that, and just do what you love. That's all I can really say about it. That's all I did. I didn't do any advertising or anything. I just kept making videos daily, and I'd get terrible views in the beginning. It was like I think I would get like 3,000 views or 5,000 views a video, and yeah, that was just like it was very unmotivating, especially when you look at other channels. But you just kind of got to focus on yourself and do your own thing, you know. So I hope that helps. Harrison Gould asks, "Awesome work, man. I remember when I first subbed, I'm fairly sure I watched about 50 vids in a day." Thanks, man. Amazing content and one of the best worth ethics on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Um, I haven't taken if you could call it a day off at all since I started. Um, I just don't want to. I I'm unhappy when I don't make a video. I love it. I really love it, and I hope it shows. I mean, I've been doing this for a year and a half straight every day. I don't really sleep much, and it just, you know, I love it. What can I say? Anyways, next question. Do you think Disney will touch any of the old Sith lords like Vitiate or Nihilus? I don't think so. I think they're gone. I think they're going to pull from ideas, but I don't think they're going to bring them back. That would just ruin their continuity and whatever they're trying to do here. So, John asks, "Do you think Ray and Kylo are siblings?" Thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate the support, man. Do you think Ray and Kylo are siblings? I I thought they were, and then I saw Mark Hamill say in an interview that there is what did he say? He said something. Anyways, he said something that made me realize that okay, maybe they're not siblings because he said something about there being like sexual tension or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's weird if they're. But I guess Luke and Leia had that for like a little bit until we knew that they were related. So who knows? Nice job, mate. Keep it up. Thanks, Michael. Really appreciate it. Um, Ace asks, and congratulations on 1 million subscribers, or I guess he says. If you were in charge of the sequel trilogy, what changes would you make? Example, world building, characters, setting. That's a very loaded question, man. Um, well, I hope tomorrow's video, which is the fan fiction of What If I Wrote The Last Jedi, will kind of answer that question for you. Part of it is animated. And while obviously, not everyone's going to like it, but this is just one way that I would have it go. And that's basically well, you gotta wait and see for tomorrow. But to answer your question, how I would have it, what changes I would make, Luke would definitely be a lot more heroic like he used to be. He would definitely be a lot more, um, I don't know about powerful because he was powerful in The Last Jedi, but we would see that power. We would see him definitely use it. I want to see him use his lightsaber. I want to see some crazy force powers that we've seen in Force Unleashed. I think we as fans deserve to see that. So that's definitely something that I would like to see. Liam asks, "Do you think EA or Lucasfilm will release any Old Republic content? And also, do you want more Clone Wars heroes and content in Star Wars Battlefront?" Fan, thanks, dude. Um, they could release Old Republic content. I think if they go and discover Snoke's origins, then that will lead them back to the Old Republic. Possibly because Snoke is ancient, apparently. So there's kind of that leeway for them there. But as for touching the Old Republic again, I really don't think they will. I think they're kind of done with it. Mike says in his super chat, thanks by the way. I love your videos. I listen to them while at work. Self-employed, that's how. Hey, it's the only way to be, man. Thanks. um, what did you do before YouTube and how old are you? I am 27 years old. And before YouTube, I did a whole bunch of other stuff. I was doing basically everything. I was in school for a million different things. I wanted to actually work for NASA. I wanted to send robots to space and build robots. And before that, when I was 6 years old, I was put into a computer course by my parents. They put me into this little computer camp, and I learned a lot of things about computers and programming and Photoshop and all that stuff. And I was obsessed with editing pictures to look like lightsabers. So I was like rotoscoping lightsabers. So my dream was to always work for Lucasfilm and to make Star Wars movies, basically do the special effects. I wanted to be a special effects artist. That was my goal as a little boy. Like when everyone says like, "Oh, like what do you want to do when you're older?" I want to be an astronaut. It's like, well, for me, I really wanted to work for Lucasfilm. I wanted to make lightsabers in videos. That was it. And eventually, I realized that that's probably not going to happen. And randomly, this channel is my love and passion, and I couldn't be happier. And I guess that's why I've grown so fast is because I've really put in so much time and effort and care for all of this. So, um, yeah, that's. I hope that answers your question. Zach Farrell, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Matthew says with a super chat, if you've seen anything about Galaxy's Edge, at Disney. What are your thoughts on it? I haven't really seen much. I just seen that, their ideas and concepts. I think it's gonna be very cool. And what I would like to do eventually once I do a face reveal is to go there in a couple of years when it's all done and kind of just walk through it all with you. Do like live videos like that. I think that would be fun. That would be like a little like, 2-day thing, fun thing to do. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Third Man 3 says, I still don't get why they had Luke use the blue saber in The Last Jedi. All it does is ruin the reveal for the audience. The blue saber in The Last Jedi. Why they had Luke use the blue? You mean in that scene against Kylo? The younger Luke was enough of a clue. Ah, I see. Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to have seen them use the green one. That would have been cool. But what can you say? What can you do? I mean, I've spent hours and days in my head being like, "Oh, like why didn't they just do this? Why didn't they do it?" But you know what? It's just easier to say, "Well, they did it." So, we're stuck with it now. Dallin says, "Force Ghost, do you think they try and find the path and try and find the past Jedi in the depths of the Force and teach them how to become Force Ghosts?" Yeah, I think so. I think that's something that we might see in episode 9 because now that Luke has gone into that realm, we could maybe try to understand it or see it. It's just a side that we've never seen before or gone into. Michael Jackson, hey, love your music, man. His super chat says, "Where's the theory video about if I played Josh?" I have yet to make that one, Michael. I have yet to make that one, but I can't. What is your favorite video game of all time? Definitely like Force Unleashed. I love it. I also like Gears of War. I think that one's a sick game. On Star Wars related, of course. And Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is also another favorite. If you could be apprentice of any Jedi Master, who would you choose and why? Probably not Palpatine because I feel like he just doesn't tell you anything. He just kind of like keeps everything to himself. So probably Vader because I feel like he's more of a team player at least. Like he wants you to be super powerful so that he could use you. And I think you would learn a lot more. Devin says, $10 is the least that I could do for the amount of entertainment you've provided me for this last year. Your comic videos are my favorite. Do you think Snoke is still alive? Seems too powerful to waste. Thanks for your super chat, man. You don't have to donate anything, but it is very generous that you do. Um, I'd like to believe Snoke is alive. There are a lot of signs that point to him being alive or coming back alive or something like that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what JJ does with what Ryan has finished in The Last Jedi. So yeah, who knows? I think he is definitely too powerful to waste. I think he could be used to a great extent in the film, and it's definitely something I want to see. It's an avenue that I want to see explored. L World Classo says, "Who is your favorite character in all of Star Wars, canon and legends? Also, what other shows and movies do you like?" My favorite character in all of Star Wars, I really like Anakin. I know that's such a simple answer, but he's just such a dynamic character, and he's very cool. I enjoy him. I enjoy his character in the Clone Wars and the prequels, and up to Return of the Jedi when he turns back into Anakin. Turning into Darth Vader. I just think he has such a cool arc. What other shows and movies do you like? I like I like old 80s action movies, with like Sylvester Stallone and like Arnold and um why am I forgetting his name now? I'm forgetting his name. I don't know why. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Those guys. I like those old cheesy martial arts films. They're cool. Or action films. Seagroot, again, my friend, you return. Keep an open mind. What if for episode 9 they fired everyone and replaced them with the cast of Boy and replaced them with the cast of Boy Meets World? Genius idea, right? Yeah, let's just say Feeney would probably be Snoke, right? Your comments are amazing, dude. Omar says, thanks for your super chat, by the way. Do you like the idea that Snoke force controlled a clone of himself and he was safe in his real body and he would come back this way. I think that's cool, but I also think what would be even cooler is that if Snoke, like, he says he can't be beaten, right? So it makes me think that he's been around for so long. He's obviously died in some way and he's come back to life many times. And if he can't be beaten, then his body is just a vessel. So that doesn't mean anything. So I think he's going to come back for sure. Or at least I hope. JJ, if you're listening to this or watching this or get wind of this, bring him back, dude. Come on. Do it. Notice this. Who would you oh my god, that's scrolling really fast. Would you do what if Kiadi Mundi didn't ask about the droid attack? Yeah, I definitely would, for sure. What if Kiadi didn't ask about the droid? That would be like a really funny fan fiction, like kinda like, what if the younglings killed Anakin? By the way, who has seen What If the Younglings Killed Anakin? What'd you guys think of it? If you've seen it, hit that like button. This is just another way for me to get you to spike up the video and hit like. So just all of you just hit like. Just just explode it. How much do you wanna bet Snoke is Mace Windu or Palpatine? I don't think he is Snoke, but I don't know. Diego says, "I've been watching you grow since 50K and I've loved every bit. What is your favorite Star Wars book, EU, or canon? I'd love to clarify and talk about things on Instagram." Yeah, dude, message me. I get Instagram's kind of like weird because I'll see some requests and messages, and then it'll be like 99 plus requests on the side, and I have to click them, and it just keeps refreshing. So it's kind of like live chat almost, but they like stay there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just message me on there or Twitter or a YouTube comment. That also works. Jason in his super chat says, without changing any plot points, do you think had they made Canto Bites Nal Hutta instead would have smoothed a lot of the fan rate? Yeah, probably. Like Canto Bite in general was just so annoying. Like ugh, she didn't do anything. It was just this dragging on, like dry scene of just stuff that we could have been spending time with Luke and Ray and Kylo and Snoke and all that, and we could have seen more. But hey, they did what they did. What can I say? Ethan says, "Imagine that Snoke is Darth Bane reincarnated. That would be cool. That would be very cool." But Bane believed in the rule of two, and Snoke was more like apparently he had another apprentice. So, um, but who knows if that apprentice is still around, right? You do not know the way. I do know the way. Oh my god, I'm trying to read. Did you go to a voice acting school? Your voice acting is amazing. I never went to a voice acting school, Grandmaster Hydrigen. That's how I'm saying your name. No, I've never been to acting school or anything like that. I don't know. I just always loved doing voices and stuff. Like as a kid, I'd be super annoying to my parents, and I would just be like running around and voicing Palpatine, literally, like voicing him for no like they would ask me a question like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'd just be like, "Lord Vader," you know, like just not answering anything, just being one of those weird geeky kids. But yeah, yeah, that's your answer, I guess. Do I hate sand? Yes, of course. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. Gets everywhere. What is your favorite video you have done so far? My favorite video? They all have a special place in my heart. The man, that's a loaded question. I really like the fan fictions and I really like the comics because I pour so much into it. The fan fiction that I remember a lot, one of them is What If the Younglings Killed Anakin because I was up till 11 a.m. and I started that thing at like 7 p.m. the day before. And I don't drink coffee or anything like that. It's just like pure, just pure motivation and love to create. And then my computer crashed at 11 a.m. and I lost everything. And I was sitting like I was too tired to even make a reaction of any sort. I just stared at my screen and I was like, okay. So I spent the next 2 hours on the phone with customer care and they walked me through it and eventually I recovered it. And then it took another 2 hours to edit some things that were lost. And yeah. Do you like the voice actor Sam Witwer? Absolutely, I do. And there was another super chat I missed. Um, Liam Nystrom. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. He says, "Where are you from?" I am from British Columbia, Canada. And have you met Star Wars HQ? I have met Star Wars HQ, yeah, many times. I met them in Germany and San Francisco, and they are every bit as funny and awesome as you think they would be. They're these like charismatic, funny twins, and I actually got along with them the best out of anyone else that I met there. I don't know, we just hit it off, and they're really cool guys, really down to earth, really funny, and yeah, they're great. Zoho Harry says $2 or gave $2. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Ask your question. If you're gonna donate, might as well ask. I'm gonna answer anyways. I'm gonna answer the free ones too. It's just you guys are donating so much, it's hard to kind of go through all of them, but I will. Keely Bowen says, "Who from Star Wars universe would you marry?" I had a huge crush on Padme growing up. I think she was just beautiful. I really wanted to be with her, but that was like a little kitty crush, you know. Can you do a video of the Yuzon Vong? I'm one of the YouTubers who inspired you to start your channel. That's great, man. Keep up with the channel. I can do a video about them. Yeah. They don't really interest me that much, but yeah, for sure. Do you like Battlefront 2? Yes. Do you think DJ could be Ray's father? Probably not. He's just kind of useless. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Who knows? Please read. I hope they show Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber in the Keno. I think they will. I hope they will at least. What would you think about a Project Blackwing movie? That'd be pretty cool. I'm not like too huge on the space battles because I want to see. I feel like we're just not seeing as much of the lightsaber combat that we could, or diving into the Sith lore, or the Jedi lore, or the Force, or training, or whatever that we could, and they just keep like sidetracking with like Canto Bight or like space scenes, and it's like I want to see more lightsabers. I want to see more fights. I want to see more of the Force. So hopefully they'll do that, and they'll show that for us. Drew Jackson, $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, man, you helped a lot of naval officers have a great time overseas. Hey, that's cool. Thanks. Would you think, what would you think if Ahsoka was the one who trained Rey in episode 9? Or if they used Legends Leia since she was a Jedi there? That'd be interesting if Ahsoka trained Rey. I think that would be really cool, and that'd be a very interesting dynamic. Maybe, you know what? Maybe she'll come back in episode 9. Who knows? Really, who knows? Right? Like, I mean, if she turns into a Force ghost, she turns into a Force ghost and comes back. I have no clue. There's a lot of things that could happen here, and I'm hoping they just make something very interesting. Matt Hartman asks, "Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" Yes, I have. Do your best Watto impression at Love from Scotland. Hey, thanks, Joseph. Really appreciate it. Um, I hate Watto. He's just so annoying. Let's see. I'm a Droidarian. It's kind of like this Italian. I don't know what kind of an accent it is, but yeah. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. He was such a slimy character. In one of my fan fictions, I have Anakin returning and just slicing him up. Do you think Snoke is what is Darth Plagueis the Wise? Just curious. That would be really cool, but who knows? I don't want to throw out any false theories, but I mean, yeah, maybe he could be. That would explain the lightning on his head, or the lightning gash. It looks like a lightning gash on his head. Would you support Sam Witwer as the lead of Rian Johnson's new trilogy? 100%. Sam Witwer is very cool. I love his work. Thanks for the super chat as well, Commander Heavenly. Bob. Zoho Harry, again, with a super chat. Thank you. What's your favorite video on this channel you made? My favorite video? Probably What If Obi-Wan Didn't Leave Anakin on Mustafar. I really enjoyed making that one. Also, the comic, I remember, what if no, it wasn't what it was, Padme visits, or Padme's ghost visits Darth Vader. I think that one was cool too. Also oh yeah, in end of April and June, I did the comic series, the Legends comic series. I brought that to life of Vader and the what was it called? Vader and jeez, I'm forgetting. Anyways, he goes to the Jedi Temple and he like learns of all the secrets and all that stuff. It was Darth Vader and the Why am I forgetting it? If you guys remember, let me know. Darth Vader and the anyway, you guys figured it out. It wasn't the Seventh Assassin, but that one was cool too. It was it's really bugging me now. Which anthology film would you like to see the most? Tristan asks. I would like to see Luke between episodes 6 and 7. I think that would be cool. And also Obi-Wan, of course. Thanks for your super chat, by the way. Yogovich says, "Where is the best place to start reading farther into the EU?" Oh, go read Plagueis. That was really cool. Tarkin is also really good. I hate Brittany. How's it going? Um, Congratulations on 1 mil. I can literally watch your videos for hours straight. Keep up the good work and too many more subs. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. I don't see myself stopping ever. New sponsor. How do I say your name? I don't want to butcher it. Lassen, R. Fred. I'm just gonna call you Fred. All right, new sponsor, Fred. Thanks, Fred. Do you like Iron Man? Yeah, I love Iron Man. He's cool. If you could be a Star Wars character, who would it be? You are awesome. I am from Illinois. I've been watching your channel since September 2016. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the long time support. September was really when I started things. And actually, if you guys are still watching the stream, or for those of you joining, I'm going to tell you a story that no one knows about. So I created this little fan fiction short story thing, and I actually had to hike a drone with my buddy up. I think I only had like 5K subs or something like that, or 10,000 subs. And even from then, like, I was so passionate about it, and I hiked this, like, 50, 60-pound drone up this massive mountain that took, like, about an hour and a half at 5 in the morning, and I didn't sleep because I was making a video from the day before that I just finished, and we hiked the mountain, and we got a couple cool shots, aerial shots, and, and the video does, I think it was only, like, 5,000 views or something. I was just but that just goes to show you, like, it's not about the views, it is about the passion that you have for something. So, Hal Lair asks, or super chat asks, an anthropomorphic lightsaber. Thoughts? Why is that word so familiar to me? I know I've used it before. I can't even say anthropomorphic lightsaber. I'm gonna Google it right now. Anthropomorphic. Let's see this. Anthropomorphic. Relating to characterized by anthropomorphism. Oh, that really helps. Human traits. Favorite a human traded lightsaber? Is that the question? Or emotions? That's a confusing question. I'm gonna come back to that one before the other super chats end and people get mad. What is your favorite Star Wars soundtrack? Do you like the OG prequels? I love the OG. I think it is the best. One of my favorite is probably in Return of the Jedi when Luke is burning Vader's body and then the celebration starts. That is such an emotional song and just scene. It's just fun. Brandon says, out of all the Sith Lords and dark side users, who is your favorite? I really like Sidious. I like Palpatine. I think he's really cool. He's just so epic. Um, and he was so powerful. I just would like to see his anthology covered, at least in the movie. Fred, again, sorry, man. Hey, buddy from Quebec. Hey, fellow Canadian. Congrats for 1 million. I had to wait 1 month before seeing The Last Jedi, living in a remote place. Glad to watch your videos again. Do you own lightsabers? Which ones? Which one is your favorite? I own 2 lightsabers. These are the original master replica lightsabers, and they're now worth a pretty penny because the company isn't in business anymore. And they actually say Lucasfilm underneath, which now all of them say Disney. So that's cool. I have Vader's and Anakin's. Slanders Pete says, "What do you think about the Solo movie? I wanted to focus more on smuggling than a crazy trip. By the way, I read write Arabish. May the force be with you." That's really cool. I wanted to focus more on the characters around Han Solo, like Obi-Wan, um, maybe leading into Luke as a little baby, as a little boy. I think that would be cool. And Darth Maul, of course. Air Ride 101 says, "Love the channel, man. After episode 9, where do you hope they'll go with the new trilogy?" After episode 9, I hope they're going to go maybe somewhere interesting, maybe somewhere that we haven't discovered before, like the unknown regions. I think going to Snoke, his timeline would be very interesting in general, and his species, and of course the anthology films. Mikhail R. Yoda intervened. That's huge. Yoda also knew Rey stole the books before he burned the tree. Seems like Yoda had an angle in a way manipulated Luke. Definitely. And for those who didn't catch that, he definitely did know that Rey took the books, and I think that's going to be revealed in a deleted scene. So if you remember the trailer, it's the one where she's like running with the lightsaber. We didn't see that in the movie. Um, Brain on sports. What if Mace Windu trained Leia and will now train Rey run? What if Mace trained Rey? Oh, that'd be cool. And he can say he's tired of these mother loving porgs on this mother. Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. That'd be cool. If I'd love to see Mace come back. He was definitely one of my favorites, but yeah, unfortunately, he had to go. That sucks. Zach Farrell, thank you for your big donation. Really appreciate it, man. I'm a huge fan of the channel, he says. I've been subscribed for well over a year and have seen just about all of your content. From all of us to you, thank you for all you do for the Star Wars community. P.S. What's your opinion on the 49% Rotten Tomatoes for The Last Jedi? Well, first of all, I want to say thank you again for your donation. Thank you for subscribing and watching. Um, and it is my pleasure to be a part, at least some part of you guys' day, bring some entertainment here or there and just make you smile and make you escape from your life, whether it's good or bad. And I hope it's good. But as long as I can do that and make your day just a little bit better, then I've done my job. And I really love doing what I do. And for me, it's very emotional and it's very important to me. So, what's my opinion on the 49% Rotten Tomatoes? I think it's divided a lot of people, and I think people will maybe go back and re-vote once episode 9 is out because I hope JJ does it justice. But as for people forgiving Ryan for what he's done, probably not. Because I think they're just going to think that JJ saved the trilogy, but I think it was all pre-planned sort of thing. Like I think there was a obviously like a storyline that they were going with, and Ryan had like some flexibility to do what he wanted because he knew how it would end up. So Commander Recon says, "What do you think would happen if some of the legions of clones took out their inhibitor chips and fought to defend it?" I think that would have been really cool. I think that would have been a sick fan fiction if I could make that. Just imagine they take out some of their chips and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then they start fighting their own clones, their own brothers. Be really sweet. I still think Anakin would destroy them all. And one thing I would have loved to have seen was Anakin go into the temple itself and see him fight the Jedi Masters. I feel like that was a scene that we should have gotten, but we only got a little hologram, so whatever. Mikhail R asks, "Do you think Snoke had a hand in Yoda projection, or was it Yoda with a plan to keep the Jedi Order alive? Just seems odd. What are your thoughts?" Do you think Snoke had a hand in Yoda's projection? Yoda's projection, like you mean Yoda returning? I think Yoda definitely returned. I don't think that was Snoke at all. Um, was it Yoda with a plan to keep the Jedi Order alive? I think Yoda, the way they're going now, they don't want the Jedi alive. I don't think so. I think they're just trying to, I don't know, like do their own thing or cut out the Jedi and basically say the Jedi are bad. But who knows where they're going to go with it? But as for Snoke creating that Yoda projection, I don't think so. I think that was definitely him returning, which was a very heartfelt scene. It was very cool. Um, as for Yoda hitting Luke on the head with his cane, that just shows you that Force ghosts aren't really dead. They can come back. So I don't think Snoke's dead. I don't think Luke's dead. Quote unquote dead. Right? Omar, thanks for your super chat. I still believe Ray is. Uh, I think you want to say prodigy, or okay, is related to Palpatine or something like that. Is that what you're trying to say? And that she comes from dark side, like Ben came from light, as Laura Teka said. It serves theme of balance. That's true. If Ray does come from Palpatine, that would be cool because I have a lot of theories that she is from Palpatine that I mentioned in the past. But at this point, I know people think that what Kylo said stands, that she is just a nobody. Um, I don't think so. I think he was just saying that. He was just making that up so that she would join him and feel like she doesn't belong to anything. And to belong to something, she has to join him. So it was just like some manipulative psychology that he was trying to do. And I think we'll find out in episode 9. Drew Jackson, thanks for your chat, man. I forgot, what would you want to see if they expanded on Satil Shan and in the Old Republic? P.S. Love you and your channel. You always got my support. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. What would I want to see if they expanded on? I would love to see Malgus return. I'd love to see that fight in live action between Satele. Um, and I also want to see Bastilla. I think those two would be really cool together on screen. But they're dead. Like with Old Republic, I don't think Disney is going to be touching them. I think they're done with that stuff, which sucks. But yeah, oh well. Like just moving forwards from here, I guess that's all we have to do. It's all we can do. Sila Kotako. Do you think that it will be difficult to bring Snoke back because he is so powerful that he could defeat Rey and Kylo if they ever teamed up again? Ah, yeah, I think so. I think he is so overly powered that he can't be killed, and as he said, he can't be beaten. So, um, I mean, just remember like when Rey was running at him, right? Like he just he just like flicked her backwards, and she just like floated away. Like we've never seen that in Star Wars. That's insane. So I think she's definitely, gonna have to train a little harder. That's for sure. And that's another thing that I would have liked to have seen in the Last Jedi was her train a little bit harder, or at least to show us a little more of her training with Luke. That would have been pretty cool to see as well. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Do you ever plan on doing a face reveal? Yeah, definitely. If you guys really want a face reveal, like I have a face, so I just never thought it was important for the channel. The channel is more about how I can make you guys feel certain emotions through images and music and sound effects and my voice. So if you guys want to see my face one day, yeah, sure, no problem. No big deal. Hey, new sponsor. Thank you, Hassan. Appreciate it. All right, let's read some non super chat now that those are all done. If you could be a Star Wars character, who would it be? You are awesome. I'm from Illinois. I've been watching your channel since September 2016. Thank you, Jaden. Appreciate it. Jaden draws things. Do you draw things? What do you draw? Um, if I could be a Star Wars character, I would love to be. I don't want to say Anakin because he had a really terrible life. Um, I'd want to be my own character. I'd want to be Luke. If yeah, I think Luke, but not the Last Jedi Luke. He was just so depressed and just not like the real Luke that I remember. So, um, Mikhail R. I hope I'm saying your name right. Uh, his super chat says your channel is excellent. You are a great fan. I agree. Snoke lives. Truly think that there is more going on than what we were shown. Deception for Fuhrer, for sure. Yes, definitely. I think Snoke is 100% alive. I hope he's alive at least, or comes back, or we'll see more of his past, or something like that. So we'll see. Yogovich. Okay, what about some Old Republic readings? Is there like a comic series or graphic novels? Also, Thrawn, I'm interested in. I have a lot of catching up. Yeah, definitely do have a lot of catching up. I have a lot of catching up to do too. There are a lot of the books that I still need to read. I've just like pinpointed some parts of them and read the important bits. But as for reading all of them, yeah, I need to get back and do that too. And as for the Old Republic readings, they're all going to be legends. So just go to your comic shop. That's what I do. I just go to my local comic shop and talk to the dude there who's owned it. I think it's been like 30 years now or 20 years. I used to go there when I was a little kid. And usually comic shop guys, like they know their stuff about comic books. They obviously way more than I do because they're around it every day. Lorraine asks, "Where do you get the Yoda Force FX lightsaber for the lightsaber giveaways? Do you go to Star Wars Celebration?" I didn't go to Star Wars Celebration last year, but the next time they have it, yeah, I'll go. I'd love to go. I'd love to do a meetup with you guys. That'd be fun. Um, the Yoda Force FX lights, I just get them on Amazon. So whoever wins, I'll just go to Amazon and then they'll email me and I'll just get their info and then their address and send it to them, whatever one they want. Daniel Chavez says, "Congrats on a million. What are some things you really want to see in episode 9? PS, love your videos." Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. Episode 9, I want to see Anakin return as a Force Ghost. I want to see Luke and all the Force Ghosts return. Obi-Wan, Yoda, Qui-Gon, Mace Windu. Like, why haven't we seen Mace yet? I want to see him come back. Colby, congrats on reaching 1 mil. If you do a face reveal, you have to do it in the scene where Luke takes Vader's helmet off. Much love from New Zealand. I would love to do that. I think that would be very cool. When I do a face reveal, it's either going to be very grand and very dramatic and very cool, or it's just going to be like, hey guys, what's going on? It's me. So we'll see. Zachary asks, what would you think if Disney made Darth Revan canon again? That'd be really sweet, but it would mess up their timeline because um, having Darth Revan come back would mean that you have to have Darth Malak and everyone else, and then their story would kind of like get just morphed a little bit because of Legends. So Hassan says, "Do you think the sequels are doing a good job in connecting to the prequels? I like how Luke mentioned Sidious by that name." Yeah, I think. Well, it's kind of early to tell. I think they're doing a good job of connecting the original trilogy, but not the prequels. I think they're doing a really poor job of connecting the prequels, but originals, yeah, for sure. Honorable Tyrants. Nice name. He asks, or he says, I think that being faceless suits your channel perfectly. It adds mystery, excitement, and keeps the focus on Star Wars. You do you. Absolutely agree. And that's why I haven't made this about me. I really don't want it to be about me. I just like to talk to you guys. And if you guys want a face reveal someday, no problem. I will do whatever you ask, as Anakin would say. OG Explosive, I love your voice. It is so good for your channel and theory. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I never thought I had a easy to listen to voice. I don't know. I just started talking, and then I guess you guys liked it, which is nice to hear. That's cool. Why didn't Yoda trade Anakin? Because plot armor. But that's a really good question, and that's a fan fiction that I have written months ago, but I just haven't made it because I keep getting sidetracked with other videos. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to make this one. That sounds fun. This sounds fun. But yeah, I definitely should get back to making that for sure. 100%. Notice me senpai. What's your favorite clone friendships from Clone Wars? Example, Echo and Fives. I loved Echo and Fives. I thought that was so good. Waxer and the other dude also loved the vids. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. Um, I know this is a boring answer, but besides clone friendships, obviously Anakin and Obi-Wan. I also really like Anakin and R2. Clone friendships. I liked Fives. I thought he was really cool. Cody is also one of my favorites. Do you like heavy metal music? Yeah, I do. Justin says, "Hey, what do you think about the possible battles in Episode 9? The idea of Snoke in the Force controlling the dark and Luke the light." I think Episode 9 could be very promising if they're going to go the way I think they will, which will be to dive into the world of After the Living. So the Force Ghost world, basically, essentially. I think that's something that we haven't explored before, and I think it's something that has so much potential because it's just so different. Like we haven't really done that in any movie, not even in Star Wars, but like in the world, like to go into except the Matrix, I guess, but that's kind of like different, right? To go into the Force Ghost world, like the ghost world, like what happens when you go after death, like you obviously become a Force ghost in Star Wars, at least. So what happens in this process? What do you see? And that's actually described in the Return of the Jedi novelization when Anakin is turning into a Force ghost. Obi-Wan actually talks to him, but of course that's now Legends. Spartans 114 asks, "Do you think that Kylo and Snoke faked Snoke's death to get Kylo closer to Rey?" Let me read this again. Do you think that Kylo and Snoke faked Snoke's death? Oh, to get Kylo closer to Rey so he can betray her in Episode 9, similar to Vader and Starkiller. It's very possible. What if Kylo? Let me answer your question with a question. What if Kylo projection himself? It's a little far fetched, but that's a totally different idea. If he's powerful enough to do that, so that's something that I wouldn't mind seeing. That'd be pretty cool. Sarcastic Octopus, you're amazing. You definitely deserve 1 million, if not more. Congratulations, never change. Thanks, man. Have you ever made a commentary on the films? No, I haven't, but I could. I know Lucas has that. I mean, it was obviously would rather watch Lucas than me, but yeah, I could someday. That'd be fun. Which Star Wars character would play on your favorite hockey team? I actually don't play hockey. I would definitely want Palpatine because he would just shock everyone and then like send the puck into the goal, which would be sick. Taylor Jones, hey man, I hear you're a fellow Canadian. Lots of love from Toronto, Ontario. Hey, cool. And congrats on 1 million. If you could choose the next anthology and only one, what would it be? Hmm. I really want to see Palpatine. I really want to see Sidious when he was starting out as, that rich little boy in the family of affluent parents. And, he ends up turning to the dark side and using his force powers and learning that he's force sensitive and then being discovered by Plagueis and learning force lightning. And I just think that would be so cool. It'd be such a fun trip. Other than that, I would definitely want to see Luke episode 6 to 7, what he did in between. Shanky Meister channel says Ray winning every fight makes no sense from a writing perspective. Absolutely, you're right. Unless she becomes the antagonist. Do you think this could happen in episode 9? Maybe she could maybe turn to the dark side. That'd be kind of cool. Or be manipulated to turn to the dark side, like have her mind controlled. That'd be kind of sick. Um, yeah, but she's too overpowered. They're just like there's no character development there. She's as powerful as she is in The Force Awakens as she is in The Last Jedi. It's just like extremely powerful and more powerful than anyone else. Like it just doesn't really make sense. But whatever. It is what it is. I want to see an anthology film movie about what? John, you didn't finish. The Gaming Bull, you are my man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Have you seen Luke versus Harry Potter? Is that by that channel called Raka Raka? I think I have. It's really funny. If that's the one you're talking about. Who's your favorite Sith Lord? Palpatine. Snoke or Rey? Snoke. Is Kylo weak? Ah, I don't think he's weak. I think he's extremely powerful. I don't know. I think they're like saving his powers until episode 9 or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what they do. Laser HQ, you were so cool. Just leaving a comment that you could see this. You could see is like talking to a famous. Oh, thanks, man. I'm not a famous person. I'm just another Star Wars fan like you. Thanks, dude. Brush Comb. Thanks for your super chat. You think episode 9 will take place a few years in the future instead of The Last Jedi's mere days? Like to explain Rey's powers, make Kylo a mature villain? It's possible. It would definitely make things a little more interesting, as I know there were a few years in between episode 4, 5, and 6. So, and then like a decade in between episode 1 and 2. So, yeah, could be cool. Could work. Thanks for the super chat, Justin. Appreciate it. Justin Vickers. Why did 8 get so much hate? I'm a fan, but I thought the writing was actually good. Am I the only one who thinks this? No, you're not the only one. There are a lot of people who loved episode 8. And I loved parts of it. The only parts I didn't like, I just wanted to see Luke be more. Oh, some honking going on. I just wanted to see Luke be more powerful and not be so mopey and whiny. But hopefully, JJ will do that for episode 9. Who would win, Darth Maul versus Bastille? Darth Maul. Oh, 100%. And I'm totally biased by saying that. Can you do a fan fiction? What if Luke never blew up the Death Star? Yeah, sure. Thoughts on Starkiller? Do you think he should come back? Absolutely. He's one of my favorites. Thanks, Amazing Dylan, for your question. Zachary, Sam, Tack, Tyler, Sharon, Amelia, the Gaming Bull, Luke Skywalker, Preston, Chris G, just giving some shout outs here. Minecrafter 10, Drive Browser Fan, David Hernandez Jr. Do you think that they would make a Yoda movie? Yeah, and apparently they are. Hassan Sheik, thanks for the $1 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Arthur says, "Hey, love your videos. Been watching since your first vid. I think the best part of your channel is the fan fictions, the 10 interesting facts. Oh yeah, 10 interesting facts. I got to make those again. Comic series, you should go back to doing those videos. Whoa, Fred, that's a huge donation, man. Thank you so much. He says, thanks, buddy. Your work is brilliant. I don't know if it's brilliant. It's just as best as I could make it. So hopefully I keep entertaining you guys. And, at the end of the day, I want to make the best content I can make. and I hope I can do that. So I guess I guess I'm doing it. I don't know. You guys tell me. I guess yeah, I'll just keep going from here. I have a lot of plans. I want to do more animations. My main goal is I want to do a Vader film, something not long, maybe like 10 minutes, but it will be the most dark and gruesome and action-packed Vader scene that will make you it will make Rogue One basically look like a baby's toy. Like it'll make it look like a joke compared to what I have in mind. And it'll probably cost upwards of like, I don't know, like a lot of money, that's for sure. Um, Tens of thousands, I bet, but it's definitely something down the line that I would really want to do. Maybe I'll throw a crowdfunder up out there someday. Um, and I would love to play Vader. I would I think I could do that justice. Like a destroyed Anakin kind of thing, where he's just like looking at anyways, I'm not gonna get into it, I'm not gonna spoil it, but if I do make that one day, it's definitely something that I would love to make. And I think I'll do it. I would love to. So just got to find the right team, and yeah. Hassan, you mentioned a Palpatine anthology movie. I think it should be rated R, similar to Logan. P.S. The sequel soundtrack is so lackluster compared to OT and PT. I agree, dude. Absolutely. Um, oh, the sequel. Yeah, no, 100%. It just doesn't feel the same as the original trilogy. Even the prequel trilogy. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I think it's just I like it, and especially since I grew up with that time period. I was that age, right? I was like 9 years old, I think, when episode 1 came out, and for me, it just sticks, you see it as a kid, and it's cool. Um, Cody Stearns, no, I don't really talk to any other Star Wars YouTubers other than, Star Wars HQ, the Lore Master, and yeah, they've been really nice to me. Mike Zero's also been really nice to me as well, before I forget. What is your name, if you don't mind? I will remain nameless. You can call me Darth Tooth for now. Um, Derek Knoll, you should finish your series on all the forms of lightsaber combat. Yeah, actually, you know what? I totally forgot about that. I should do that, shouldn't I? I love your videos. Thanks for the great content. Thank you, TH James. Am I saying that right? I don't want to butcher your name, man. It's like you guys are like paying me to like answer your questions, and I just butcher your name. Oh, I don't want to do that. What do you think about this? Justin Vickers says, even though Luke was whiny, he became what the galaxy needed, a legend. Wouldn't you say he died redeeming himself? Yeah, he definitely did. And I see the reason Ryan did that, but I would have liked to have seen him kick some butt. You know what I mean? I would have liked to see him, enter crate and just like use the force. Just imagine he enters crate, uses the force. He's actually there. He's not a hologram. He uses the force. All the ATM sixes go into the air and they just collide together. Smash, boom, collapse on the floor. Dust settles. And then he walks forwards and summons Kylo. Like, I don't know, just like points his finger at him or something like that. Kylo goes down and he just absolutely toys with Kylo, makes him so frustrated that he just beats him up and then takes his hand, which kind of pays homage to how his hand got taken by his father. So I think that would have been so much cooler. But hey, what can I say? We didn't get it. That dude says, oh, Zach Frill, did I? Oh, yeah, I did. I did answer. That dude 321 says, if this was already asked, you can just ignore it. But did you love Kylo's fighting style as much as I did? It was so bad. And I'm trying to keep it, user friendly here, and looked amazing. Love this channel. Keep it up. I loved Kylo's fighting. It was epic. The way he twirls the lightsaber, he's just very aggressive, and I like the way that they did that for his character. I think it's very true to Vader and Anakin in general. Of course, more aggressive, I believe. But hey, episode 9, we might see an even more aggressive Kylo. So hope so. I just want to see Kylo get really angry. That'd be cool. Luke Potter, is it possible for Rey to be a reincarnation of Anakin or another deceased Jedi Sith? 100%. So in the comics, we saw Jocasta Nu said that the Force enters vessels. It always does. So I think Rey is just another vessel that the Force has entered. That's it. Simple. Definitely something to do with those forest trees. I think she was hanging out on those forest trees with Poe, and I think she knew Poe, when they were little kids. Do face cam, bye. Yeah, sure, one day. Um, Darth Maul or General Grievous? Darth Maul, for sure. Do you think there should be new factions in the new trilogy? Kind of like the Republic and Separatists in the prequels? Yeah, definitely. I think that would be cool. DM, thanks for your super chat. If you had the chance to create Star Wars 9, how would you make it? And how would you bring back the Clone Army? Okay, the Clone Army would 100% come back if I created episode 9. And then after that, Luke would come back, Anakin would come back as a Force ghost, but Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda would come back as very emotional scenes at the end. And I think being absorbed as a Force ghost, I would make it a thing. So I would have Snoke or whatever, someone return, someone evil come in the picture, return. Let's say it's Snoke. Let's say he returns. I would have him absorb, like Yoda or something like that, or have him absorb Anakin, and Anakin like gives some of his power to, I don't know, like let's say Kylo redeems himself or something like that, and that would be so cool. Like I would just love to see that, but who knows what they'll do? Let's see what's the next question here. You are getting a lot of money. Good job. You guys like it is blowing me away that you guys actually donate for me to answer your questions. I was just gonna do this and read them out, and I don't know. And as for getting a lot of money, YouTube takes a lot of these super chats. By the way, they take a big percentage. I'm pretty sure. I doubt you know they'll give me everything, but hey, just more lightsaber giveaways, right? Jacob says, "Hello from Ontario, another fellow Canadian. What's going on? Love all your vids and make great content. You make great combos with friends in different Star Wars theories. Could you do more vids on the Grey Jedi? Absolutely, I'll do that for you. Hey, bro, you are a good YouTuber. Thank you. Do you think they can revive Jango Fett on Camino? No, his head got cut off, so I think he's gone. Should General Grievous get an anthology film? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, like we could go back to the planet of Kalish, which was his home world. And yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be cool. And see like Dooku again, because Dooku had a big part in turning him into a cyborg. So be sweet. Would you consider doing a what if Dooku never turned? Oh, weird. I just talked about Dooku and I saw it. Yeah, definitely. That'd be really cool. Please note if I've asked this for a long time. Absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna write that right now in my notes. What if Dooku never turned? I will leave that for a later date. Your wish is my command, my friend. Fernando asks or says, "Hello, I love your channel. Easily my favorite Star Wars YouTuber. Thanks, dude. What are the names of the 2 to 3 songs that are mainstays on your channel?" So which ones are you talking about? You know what? I've had this question asked a lot about the songs, so I'm just gonna create a playlist on all the songs that I use, and then I'll just upload them, and then you guys can just go in there and play the tracks yourselves and have fun with it. I think that would be easier. Definitely one of them is called Destiny Rising. I don't know who the artist is though. Charlton, do you need to meet the Wills to be a Force ghost? Did Vader ever meet the Wills? Will the Wills be in the Obi-Wan movie? I don't think you need to meet the Wills. I know Qui-Gon met with them, and that's how he basically learned the power of becoming a Force ghost. However, he transferred that knowledge to Yoda. Yoda transferred it to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan in the book of the Return of the Jedi, which is Legends, transferred that knowledge to Anakin as he was dying. And it was like in a very split moment, split second scene. Because if Obi-Wan was like telling Anakin, he's like, pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you're just gonna drift off into the Force and you won't know how to do this. You won't know how to come back. So um he's like, Anakin, listen to me. And I've made a video on this too. Anakin, listen to me. Uh, feel yourself transfer into the Force, something like that. And then he just basically became a Force ghost. So that was that. Chaotic GKA. What if Anakin didn't kill the younglings? Did I make that? Didn't I make that fan fiction? No, I didn't. Okay, well, guess I'm writing that one down too. What Anakin didn't create? Oh, didn't create. Didn't kill. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that one too. Congrats on the 1,000,000. Your comment just disappeared. What the Where'd it go? Trying to find it. I'm sorry, man, I lost it. Okay. Do you think they will make a movie based on the Old Republic? That'd be really cool. I hope they do. If they cover Snoke's lineage, that'd be sweet. Christy says, "What is your favorite Star Wars movie?" I love Empire Strikes Back. There's just nothing that beats it. It's just such a huge dynamic in all the characters in there. Luke and Yoda and the training. It's kind of uh like a typical martial arts film, like Karate Kid. Like the guy goes and trains and can't beat the other guy, and then comes back in front of the Jedi and he can now beat him. And it's just it was cool. It was nice. Chris Cole, thanks for the super chat. Who's your favorite clone bounty hunter? Slow Ninja says. Mm, my favorite clone, boring answer again. Django. That's probably my favorite. Um, I like Boba. If we're going between Boba and Django, Boba because I don't know, Boba was just always so epic that I was growing up, and he's been hyped up like crazy. So, uh, Zachary says, "May the force be with you always." Me too. Thanks, man. What happened if Anakin bought the bought the death sticks? Yeah, yeah, you should. I could make that fanfiction too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna write that down too. What if Anakin bought the death sticks? What if Anakin bought the sign creeper? Do what if Yoda was never born? Ooh, that'd be interesting. Because I guess Mace Windu would be the Grandmaster then, which he pretty much was, but he was like in charge of everything. Did we get some? Oh, sorry. I guess I missed some super chats here. By anthropomorphic, I meant a lightsaber that has a personality, can move on its own, can talk like AI in a lightsaber. Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. Um, like a C3PO lightsaber. That'd be kind of weird, but I like how lightsabers are alive. Like, I hope you guys know that now. Like, Disney has made them alive, so the crystal feels, the crystal can bleed, and all that stuff. So, Nick asks, "Do you think they could do a Luke Skywalker solo film, maybe between Return of the Jedi?" Yeah, that is something I definitely want to see, and I wrote the fan fiction to it, but I just haven't completed it yet. How would you feel about a movie or even a series on Darth Revan? That would be really cool. I'd love to go back to the Old Republic, but I just don't think Disney wants to touch that anymore. The sheriff says, "Do you have any Star Wars tattoos? And if not, what would you get?" I don't have any tattoos because I feel like if I would get some, I'd get like a million. Um, Star Wars is always close to my heart. I don't have to have it on my skin for that, but it would be cool to see it in the mirror sometimes. I'd probably get like a massive Vader or something like that on my arm or shoulder or something like that. Yoda, maybe like a little Yoda above my heart. It'd be cool. Or like a sleeve of like Sith and Jedi mix. That'd be cool. Caleb says, "I've been a fan for 2 years and I've loved every video." Channel's been around for a year and a half, so I guess you were like force projecting or something. So my question is, how do you think Anakin would have turned out if Padme was non-existent? Um, I think Padme was just a catalyst for him to become evil. I think he always wanted more, and she was just the thing he focused on that I think Palpatine used to contort and manipulate him to make him want to turn to the dark side for more reasons than just wanting to be more powerful. So it was just another little nudge for him to be like, "Oh, I need to turn to the dark side for this reason or this reason," and it justified it. Otherwise, I think he would just find something else to focus on that would make him frustrated with the Jedi Order and make him turn. Matthew says, "Congratulations on 1 million. Question: What type of lightsaber fighting style would you compare Kylo and Rey's? Or if they can't be compared to one, then what would you name them?" I think Kylo's compares a lot to Anakin's Demso Form 5. Um, it's aggressive, it's fast, there's powerful strikes. However, it's not as like fluid as, let's say, like Count Dooku's. What was Count Dooku's again? I think it was like form. Was it Form 2? I think it was Form 2, right? It wasn't as like fencing inspired. So Ray's is it's a lot like Palpatine's, and Palpatine mastered all seven. And so he basically just used a variation between all of them, which is one reason why he was so dangerous with the lightsaber. And he thought lightsabers were a joke. So just goes to show you how talented he was. Scott Ritchie, thanks for your super chat. Love the show. Really helped me not study in college. Do you feel the lack of familiar aliens hurt the Last Jedi? No Twi'lek or Tor Togruta or Bothans. Togruta or Bothans, especially in Kanto. Absolutely. They're doing a terrible job in terms of making us kind of relate to the old trilogy and the original trilogy and the prequels, and I think that that would definitely help us connect a little more. But I know they're trying to do their own thing. So, hey man, love your channel. Bladed Arbiter says Arbiter. My questions are: what parts of the 2003 Clone Wars cartoon are canon? Well, all of them. Oh, the 2003 was the 2003 one, was that the one where, like, it was, like, the really lame 2D animation? I don't think it was it? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I don't know, you guys gotta correct me on that one. Also, what do you think of a film following dude, a film following the 501st? That would be so epic. Imagine seeing, like, them go with Anakin, or maybe when they turn into Vader's fist, they go with Vader, and we could see all the different excursions and missions and stuff like that. That'd be so cool. Um, Again, like, Disney is gonna capitalize on everything that we want, so we just have to demand it, I guess. Jeremy says, "If Mace Windu survived Revenge of the Sith, and he was the one who trained Luke instead of Obi-Wan." Oh, like a fan fiction of that? Yeah, I could do that. That'd be pretty cool. Hal says, "Which do you think was better, the ending of Rogue One or the fight at the end of Version?" That's hard. I love Vader, but I think the fight at the end of Revenge of the Sith between Obi-Wan, um, Anakin, Yoda, and Sidious was just something that we'll never see again. So we can always see Vader fight again. We'll always see him come back. Rishi says, "Hello from LA, subbed around 200K. My favorite Star Wars channel, and congrats on 1 million. Well deserved. We must rule the galaxy." I agree. Thanks, man. Thomas says, "I like how you stay anonymous. Don't let the governments know your identification or location. Good luck and good night." Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate it, man. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna answer a few more questions here, and then I'm gonna go soon. I think we've done like 3 hours here for this chat. Or yeah, pretty much since 5:30. No, 5:20. Now it's 8:20 p.m. Um, what trilogy has the best memes? Definitely the prequels. Biggest disappointment from The Last Jedi? Luke. He was very weak. Do you think Rey and Kylo really would have beat the Red Guards? Yeah, what was weird about that scene was that Rey and Kylo didn't use any force powers on them. Like, what the heck? It's just weird. Would you rather see a Qui-Gon or a Mace Windu movie? Oh, dude. I don't know. I'd like to see both, because if we see Mace Windu, we're gonna see him rise above all the other Jedi and train with Yoda. But if we see Qui-Gon, we can go into an unknown region, pretty much, like, not unknown regions, but like an unknown region in Star Wars that we haven't discovered before. And Obi-Wan, of course. But we could also see Mace Windu as well, and vice versa. Hi from Alabama. Hey, how's it going? Can you do a podcast? Yeah, sure. I don't really know how to do one, but I guess I guess this is a podcast, isn't it? Stormtrooper says, "Been subbed since before 100,000. Love your videos so much, and they help me get more informed." Well, that's great, man. I love that you love them. Who's your favorite Old Republic character? Malgus, 100%. He is so cool. What does your name Darth Toos mean, if it has a meaning? Well, I'll let you guys figure that out. Do you think the original Battlefront 2 was better than the one in 2000? I think the graphics are better now, obviously, but I feel like the old one had I don't know, it was just nostalgic. It was just fun. Oh, we got a super chat here. Potatoes and Molasses says, "Hey, I'm a big fan and congrats on 1 mil. Do you think you will do a Star Wars Battlefront 2 play together? Also, what about if Yoda went with Luke to save Han?" That would be so cool. Like, I always wondered, like, why didn't Yoda just meet up with Obi-Wan and go to fight Vader and the Emperor? They'd probably just get destroyed, but it still would have been cool to see. Or if, at least if he went with Luke, that'd be a cool fan fiction to make. Just meets the Emperor again. Do you think you will do a Star Wars Battlefront 2 play together? Yeah, definitely will. Ken says, I think Dooku is a very underrated Sith Lord, my favorite. Do you think he should receive an anthology film? Absolutely, he should receive an anthology film. But then again, we could see him if they do like a Qui-Gon film, because Dooku was Qui-Gon's master, or if they do like the Obi-Wan film, maybe we could see. Well, no, because that's going to take place after Episode 4. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see Dooku again someday. That'd be really cool. J Rod says, could Luke could have taken Palpatine in Return of the Jedi? Say he used the lightsaber. Oh, I see. Or did he actually need Anakin's help? Um, that's actually a really good video topic, and I'm gonna write that down right now. But to answer your question, um, oh geez, I already wrote this down. I just didn't do it. I got so many videos I wrote. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. That's a really hard question because Palpatine was so old, but he was so strong in the Force, and I think we saw right there that Luke couldn't have beaten him because all Palpatine would have to do is just like extend some Force lightning and one little shock, and Luke would have been off his feet, and then it would have been the end of that. So, and besides, Yoda never taught Luke how to that even Force lightning existed. So he was like, "What is this?" So there's the answer to that question. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I really want to extend um, so much support that you guys give me. I don't even like. I'm at a loss for words. I don't really know what to say. You guys really have made this what it is, and I know I make the content. I know I make everything what it is, but at the end of the day, it is you who likes, and by liking, you help the video get further into the YouTube algorithm, however it works. By commenting, you guys let me know what you want to see in the next videos. You guys let me feel like you actually care, and by watching the videos, it just allows me to keep going and do this full time. And I really appreciate it. Like it's really a dream come true, and I hope that I can continue to motivate and make your own channel or whatever you guys want to do, or entertain you for years to come. And that's something I definitely don't want to stop doing 100%. Uh, whether you're just, you know, having a lousy day and you need some escape, or to the emails that I get that are very personal and very, very sometimes depressing. Whether you have a disease or someone in your family died, and my videos help you kind of get out of that world a little bit and help you relax. To have that kind of an impact, it's just it's very grounding. At the end of the day, I'm not better than any of you. I'm just another YouTuber. I'm just another guy. I'm just a Star Wars fan, and this is my vision, and my channel is a representation of that. So I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Before I go, I want to answer this other super chat that just came in from Gold818. Do you think the conflict between the First Order and the Resistance is very irrelevant to the average galactic citizen compared to the conflict between the Rebellion and the Empire? I'm going to read that again. Do you think the conflict between the First Order and the Resistance is very irrelevant to the galactic? Oh, yeah, I think no, because if the First Order takes over, they're just going to do what they did with Starkiller Base. Compared to the conflict between the Rebellion and the Empire, to be real with you, I think the directors just gave it a different name, but I think it is the exact same thing. As we saw in The Last Jedi, it turned back into the Rebellion. So there is no real difference. Um, I think it is just as I think the Empire was more relevant to galactic citizens because it was under Palpatine's rule. I think Snoke is more loved by the galaxy. I think like in some of the books and stuff, and the visual dictionary, he was more favored, especially by the people of Canto Bight. He was very affluent, which means he was rich. He was very smart and intelligent, and he was ancient. He's seen a lot of stuff. So I think the galaxy liked him more versus liking Palpatine. I think the Empire had more of a negative impact on the on the galaxy and the galactic citizens. So I hope that answers your question. Um, If you guys like this stream, let me know. Comment once this video ends. Comment now, yes. Um, hit like, whatever. Just let me know somehow. I will do this every like Friday or something like that. I will do this once a week for you. And if you guys want to see, my face, if that's really something you want to see, then I can do that too. Um, there's an answer to that question right there. There's a super chat. You need to do these Q&A monthly or bi-monthly. I can definitely do that. I love doing them. They are so fun. Like, I never realized how much fun it would be. Like, this has been like a 3-hour thing. I haven't taken a pee break. I haven't drank any water. I can just like full on talking to you guys, and it is overwhelming. Like, it is a really cool feeling, and yeah, it's nice. It's definitely nice. Before I go, I want to say check out the website. It's free. I've taken down all the ads on it because my programmer wanted to put some ads on there, but I was like, nope, let's just strip all ads. We don't want that. It is a place for you guys to go and have fun. There's a forum that I have created on there. I've had created and programmed. You guys can like make your own threads, do whatever you want on there. And also there are quizzes, which are fun. So it's just another fun thing for you guys to do. If you guys are bored, StarWarsTheory.com. Absolutely free. There's no sign-ups, nothing. Well, I mean, put in an email, sign up. And there's also a chat feature. So you guys can talk just like here as well. But I will hold these, I'm thinking every other week, and it'll be fun. Whistler Boy says, I'm a fellow Canadian. Where in British Columbia are you from? Yeah, it's cool, man. Um, Congrats on 1 mil. See that mean mug. Uh, would you please read my fan story? Sure. If you got fan stories, email me. I always love reading your comments and your emails and everything. I know. Damn, bro, go pee. I know. I gotta go pee. Um, what if Ray took the portions? I don't know. The Jedi are taking over. Oh God, I just want to go watch Revenge of the Sith right now. Okay, I am gonna go before I like pee my pants and before I just keep talking. So maybe I'll just like wear a diaper next time or something. I don't know. We'll see. Also, I got to finish the fan fiction for tomorrow. Hope you guys do enjoy it. Um, it's different, so kind of nervous to release it, but hey, whatever. Take chances. All right, guys. Thank you again for everything. Thank you for helping the channel reach 1 million and onwards and upwards. 10 million. Here we go. But first, I guess 2 million. uh, thank you again. I will see you all in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Here comes the regular outro. Until then, say it with me. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember, the Force will be with you always.